Bigfoot.
What up, man?
You almost are too tall for that.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, you're about there.
Right. If my shoulders were a little more broad, I'd have to come
Man.
through it sideways.
What's going on YouTube? Logan here from J5 Studios. Today we are back in the Millionaires Row. It's got other names, but we're here in the Smoky Mountain area checking out this. I checked it out a few years ago, but we're back. We're going to check it out some more. I'm going to show you guys some new things, hopefully, and walk around these old houses and maybe give you guys a little bit more history, too. And they've done a lot of restoration work here on these, as I've mentioned before. I'll put that link up here to that video. Yeah, essentially it's a really cool area. You can walk around these cabins, check things out. What is this? Huh. Going back through this is where Bigfoot was just at before the intro. Now we're back on this huge freaking porch. Let's keep walking. Let's walk around a little bit. You can actually hear the water flowing pretty loud. Pretty sure I just saw a ghost. Yeah, see, some of these have had a lot of work done to them. They're restoring them. Hey guys!
This house around a tree.
What?
You can see a tree.
Where? That tree?
Yeah.
That tree over there?
Here.
Wow. Wow. Kitchen area here. Is this locked? Locked. A little nook here with a hot water heater. Couldn't get through that door, huh? Here's a bathroom.
Remember that spider last time we were here?
I don't know, guys. Seems like I'd be a little too close to my neighbors. I don't think I'd like it. I'm kidding.
That's a big transition strip.
Listen to that water, man. That would be the definition of a babbling brook.
Almost like a screaming brook.
Yeah, you could say that. Everybody pick a house. Like you go there, Amber go there, Bigfoot, Cameo go that way. House is there. Maybe there's some. You know what? Let's get an edumacation. Let's get some edumacation here. Give you guys some things to think about. Daisy Town. What does it say? Eccentric. What you frick? Read it if you want to know more. I'm sorry. Pause it if you want to know more. Freaking stupid. Learn how to talk. I believe it said 1830. So 1830. Now, obviously, some of these houses were updated. I can't remember when the last resident left this area. Educate me in the comments if you want to. I'd love to listen to you guys talk and hear more. Some of these are really like well done. I know, like I said, I know they've started doing a lot of restorations on these a few years back. None of this really looked like this, but they try to keep them as original as they can. A lot of them were tore down, a lot of them were destroyed in the fires, and this is what's left. Fireplaces are always really cool. These little back areas here too with the windows. Yeah, see, I mean, here's electric. So, I mean, at some point they had at least upgraded them to have electricity in them. Though probably very basic electric. I mean, I don't see any lights on the ceiling or cables ran through. It looks like it was all maybe floor, or they took the wires out. This looks like it may have been going up at some point. Yeah, they probably just ripped them all out. Cause they, you know, look, right here would be a light fixture. There, you would have had a light bulb in that. So they probably just took the wiring out, or some hillbillies decided they wanted the copper. It's old. It's old wiring here. This is like what I think they call it, like horsehair wiring. It's very flammable. It was a really bad idea. But there's a light fixture too on the ceiling, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just took a lot of it out. All right. These giant freaking porches. All these houses have really big porches. Ooh, look at this one. It's got like a back deck. Wow. Gutter system here on the side. See the roof right here? And just a nice little place to sit here and stare out. There's a creek over there somewhere. I can hear it. It's interesting. It says no entry, so I wonder what's going on. Actually, it looks like they may be doing some work on the roof. Hopefully it's doing all right. And this looks like it's got a lot of work done to it recently. Yeah, wow. Maybe we should go look at that. More of this gutter stuff. Here's another, one of those porches. Porches are cool. Man, they're like really big porches. Yeah, this one they're doing some work to. A lot of work too. I'd like to review last year's video and compare it to this year's, because this looks like totally different. I wonder how they're doing this. Are they like keeping it like the same as the times, maybe? Because man, look at this. Wow. That's a true like log cabin setup, man. This is like masonry stuff. I was gonna say concrete, but I don't think that's the right word. Wow. Man, this is crazy. Crazy. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is definitely got the newest work done to it, I believe. Even to the point where they got this going on here. It smells like fresh lumber. Fresh lumber smell. Now, maybe looks like the porch is definitely still original. The flooring, definitely original. They've done some work here on the walls. Yeah, you can see there's some cracks showing up there. I wonder if they put all this back in its spot. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this is just the newest cabin. It was like this before. I don't know. There's like a split window there. Interesting. Oh, frick. Watch that step. I almost ate it. The bedroom. I mean, it smells exactly like the lumber section in Menards. Took the doorknob off so you can't get in there. Ooh. Hear the clicky clack on that bad boy. Yeah, I wonder what looks like they're maybe doing something with the roof on this one is why they're not letting people in there. No entry. Currently unsafe for visitors. Hopefully they're fixing it. It looks like maybe they're doing some roof work if you look over here. You see they got some tarps and stuff right there on the side. I wonder if that's what they're doing. Maybe they're fixing the roof. And here's a small little cabin here. You can use your unfortunate imagination to think about what this little tiny cabin could be. And what is a lot of pretty expensive homes for the era. A little well. Maybe it's a well. A horseshoe. Ow, I hit my head. Freak. Yeah, these are, I'm not a very tall guy, and I just hit my head on that. So that you can definitely know how tall these are. In fact, here you go. Here's me. Hi, everybody. Right there. I have to duck. Ugh. So, just for reference, I guess. Walking the path less traveled, I guess. Is that one like brand new, the one down there at the end?
Yes.
Because it's got like a lot of work done to it.
I don't ever recall being in that one.
What?
That one at the end?
It looks like the floor is still. The floor looks original. But besides that,
Pretty cool.
what year were these? Don't know.
1800s?
But do we know when they left?
19, what'd she say it was? 92? It was the last one. Was the last
92?
Yeah.
1992.
It's got 70s vibe all over. Yes, it does.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, it does. Very 70s. Just along with that. Up there. This was for the heat, I'm guessing.
Bathroom.
Yep, there it is.
Bathroom.
Woo, they got a shower even. Hey, where the bathroom? Look at that back there. Yep, it's made for small people.
It's a crazy backyard area right here. So there's a cabin. They're kind of stacked. I wonder if this was maybe like a family. It's like a little shed out there. Yeah, why not? It's always weird to think that like there's just a whole era of people that lived here, and now it's just left here. But like families would gather, Christmases, Thanksgivings, things like that, all happened right here at some point in time. these windows. No screen, nothing. See, now this still has the wiring going across the ceiling and stuff. Probably going over here. There probably would have been a light fixture over here somewhere, maybe. They've tied up that end of the cable. Wow, look, here's an electrical box. That's some newer wiring right there. I think my dad said 92 was the last time somebody lived here. Last one's moved out. So, it's fairly new. But in my lifetime, no one has ever lived here. It's been an abandoned area ever since. Okay, now towards the end of the row of cabins, you have the Appalachian Club. I guess it'd be a clubhouse. And they have a lot of good information right here. Now, the original clubhouse did, I think, burn down last time I read this. I believe that's what I was gathering. But there is some good information here telling you about the actual area. And then you can see a picture here of it in 1912. And, you know, deer lodge, swimming holes, things like that. It's pretty wild to see those pictures. But you can see it looks like it was very popular in 1934 when it was established, the Great Smoky Mountain Parks. These were leased under a lifetime lease, and the last of which expired in 2001. So it looks like these were, you know, a thing till around 2001. 19 historic structures. They began preserving things and stuff like that. And unfortunately, this is closed. You might be able to peek in there. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the clubhouse right there. I've never been able to get in the actual place. It's locked, but you can still see inside there and peek. Oh, I see you now. I see you now, Bigfoot.
Do they rent this out for anything?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Scheduled site visit or reservation. So, maybe. Oh, frick. I'll show you guys this as well. This little clubhouse. So you guys can see it right here, the Appalachian Clubhouse. Ta-da! Like I said, that's towards the end of the actual little house row that we just went down. Okay guys, I think that's going to do it here for this video in the Elkmont area. Millionaires Row, whatever you guys want to call it. It's always cool checking out these little areas. I did ask last time if there was any sort of like ghost activity or anything like that in this. Basically, the lady told me maybe if you believe in that stuff, but no. So if you're a paranormal person, maybe there's nothing here for you. But as far as the history and seeing this stuff, super dope, super cool to check out. Highly recommend it if you're in the Smoky Mountain area to come here and walk around and see these houses, because unfortunately you never know when they're going to be gone. Hopefully they're here forever, but unfortunately a fire or anything like that could potentially wipe out the rest of these homes, flooding, something like that. So it's good to get this stuff documented and remembered and see it just in case something happens. So if you guys enjoyed this video and seeing this, come out here and see it for yourself. Like, subscribe, all that bull crap. Until next time.